Hello and welcome to Learning the English Language with Mr. Techno. On this exciting episode, the first of its kind, I will be introducing the concept of idiomatic expressions to you. Yes. Have you heard of sayings like to kick the bucket, the world and my wife, to give someone a fair crack of the whip, to live on the margins? The list is endless. All these expressions are idiomatic, meaning that they are figurative in their usage and therefore they possess hidden meanings. You're welcome once again. Now, what are idioms? Idioms basically are figurative expressions, that is to say, they are expressions that possess hidden meanings. Their meanings are not dependent on the constituent words, that is to say, the component words that make them up. So we do not interpret an idiom based on the meaning of the individual words it contains. No, you simply interpret an idiom based on its hidden meaning. All right? So that is why they are called idiomatic expressions. They are one of the numerous figurative expressions that we employ in the everyday usage of the English language. Now, today I'm going to introduce to you 10 exciting idioms involving animals. I know you can't wait. Number one, we have the idiom a fish out of water. That is to feel like a fish out of water. This idiom simply means to be uncomfortable. Yes, so when you are uncomfortable or you are ill at ease, yes, you do not feel at home, you are perturbed, you are said to feel or be like a fish out of water. Okay, now we could have a sentence like, as soon as mommy shouted at my younger brother, he suddenly became or he suddenly felt like a fish out of water. I hope you get that. Now, the second idiom we have there is to fish in troubled waters. Now, this idiom simply means to make personal gain or to make profit out of other people's trouble. Do you get that now? So, whenever you are or you know of any person that is a person who makes gain or takes advantage of other people's trouble, for example, two persons having a quarrel or a squabble, and then there's a third party that does not want either of them to settle because there is something they stand to gain. Such a person is fishing in troubled waters. Number three, we have the idiom known as a brass monkey. All right, this idiom is chiefly used to describe weather conditions, and a brass monkey weather simply means an extremely cold weather. All right, so is it a brass monkey weather where you are? Do tell us in the comment section. Number four, we have the idiom known as the lion's share. Yes. Have you ever received the largest portion of a meal, money, or anything that was to be shared between you and some other persons? Then I put it to you that the portion you received was the lion's share. So the lion's share simply means large amount or the largest portion. Okay? So take note of that. All right. So I could say that in the just concluded, for example, in the just concluded presidential elections, candidate A received or obtained or was able to secure the lion's share of votes. I hope you're learning. The next idiom we have is an idiom known as a dog's life. Yes. So whenever we say that a person leads or lives a dog's life, we mean that they live in abject poverty. It means that they are, or such a person is in penury. That is, they are poor and they are impecunious. These are just synonyms, okay, for this particular idiom. Yes. So when you live a dog's life, it means you are in abject poverty. All right. So, for example, people who live a dog's life do not care who rules. All that matters to them is food to eat, water to drink, and a roof over their head. Okay, the next idiom we have is still on the animal dog, but this time around the idiom goes like this: a dog's breakfast or a dog's dinner. Now, whether it's a dog's breakfast or a dog's dinner, it possesses same meaning, and it simply means a mess. Yes. So when something is a mess, rubbish, worthless, without value, insignificant, it is described as a dog's breakfast or a dog's dinner. The next idiom we have, strictly on idioms on animals, is the idiom the bee's knees. Yes. Now, whenever we describe a person or thing as the bee's knees, it means they are outstandingly good. Okay? For example, just by watching and following, learning the English language with Mr. Techno, you could become the bee's knees among your peers, grammatically speaking. Do you get that? Excellent. So it means you could become outstandingly good among your peers. All right. Now, still on the insect bee, we have an idiom known as a bee in one's bonnet. Okay, that idiom simply means a constant thought that occupies your mind. So, is there something you are constantly thinking about, or someone you are constantly thinking about? Then I put it to you, that is your bees, or that is a bee rather, in your bonnet. Okay, not your bee's knees, that's a bee in your bonnet. Now, the next idiom we have is to kill the goose that lays the golden egg, or to kill the hen that lays the golden egg. Okay, now that idiom simply means to destroy something that is valuable. That is to say, for example, it means you could lose or destroy your source of income. Yes. So whenever you lose something valuable, something that is priceless to you, okay, you are said to have killed the hen that lays the golden egg. The last idiom we have on this episode is the idiom a chicken and egg situation. Now, this is a dicey one, okay? Think about it. The chicken comes from the egg, and the egg equally comes from the chicken. But then, what does this idiom mean? A chicken and egg situation basically means, okay, a situation where it is difficult or impossible or almost impossible to tell which one of two things was the cause of the other. Yes. So when something happens and we cannot tell which one out of two causative factors or agents, we cannot tell which one of the two was the cause of the situation or the cause of the other, then such a situation is described as a chicken and egg situation. Now, because I feel very good, I'm going to give us a bonus idiom on animals. And the idiom goes like this: the hair of the dog that beat one. All right. Now, this idiom simply means an alcohol that is taken to cure the effects of a previous alcohol you had consumed. Isn't that crazy? It sure is. Okay, so with this, I'll draw the curtain here, and I hope to see you next time as I reel off more exciting idioms on various aspects of life. Today it's animals, tomorrow it could be air, who knows, it could be anything. Keep watching, learning the English language with Mr. Techno. I'll see you next time.